It seems like we're always in pursuit of work-life balance, but never able to fully attain it, or at least not for very long. The ambitious part of me naively took it as a goal to be successfully achieved and ticked off once and for all, like life is ever that simple. Then, each time I'd feel my life lean out of balance, I'd feel a sense of failure. How was I here again? When I'd visualize what work-life balance looked like, in my mind's eye, I see a pair of scales. This image I had, it told me that for two things to be balanced, work and personal life, they must be perfectly balanced, equal either in time, effort, or energy. It's that simple. It's black and white. Something is either balanced or it's out of balance. Perhaps we are repeatedly coming up against obstacles to maintain complete balance in our life because life is a balancing act. Life keeps happening for us, and as a result, our responsibilities change, circumstances change, and our needs change along with them. We're not robots. What worked last month may not work this coming month. And as dynamic, flawed, unique, creative, analytical, driven, complex, the list goes on human beings, these expectations we place on ourselves to be in perfect balance can be counterproductive and too rigid, especially when we fall out of balance and find ourselves once again in a situation where we need to reflect, reassess, and re-establish a sense of equilibrium. In the past, I've experienced burnout because I got caught up in my own goals and pushed past my body's messages and requests for rest. But I've also felt exhausted because life can be unpredictable. And just as you notice you need to pull back and focus more on your well-being, you're faced with something unexpected like grief, a pandemic, or a loved one being sick. I want to emphasize here that our needs are always changing. Sometimes we need more rest and self-care than usual. Work-life balance is not a solution-focused term because it doesn't tell us exactly how to achieve this balance and harmony between the various areas of our lives. Maybe it's not meant to. Instead, maybe the purpose of this term is to reflect life's dynamic nature and the need for constant adjustments and fine-tuning. It's there to remind us of the importance of our own well-being and that we mustn't forget that our life is not comprised solely of our work if we want to feel in harmony with ourselves. I'm not ready to give up on the term work-life balance. I think there's a place for its powerful message. Instead, I think it's time for an additional concept or approach to life, something that builds on this idea of work-life balance but that fills the gaps, an idea that takes on a holistic approach to well-being, mind, body, and soul, and that also acknowledges the importance of one's career and the demands that go along with it. This is where I propose a new term called whole living. Whole living is inspired by a card I have displayed on my vision board that includes all the areas that make up my life and that are important for thriving. It's called my balance wheel, and it acknowledges my multi-dimensional life, relationships, hobbies, career, intellectual stimulation, self-development, creativity, nutrition and exercise, and spirituality or religion. Whole living is about integrating each of these aspects into your life and making sure you don't leave one out. It's not about having a set amount of time each day or week dedicated to a particular area, but rather ensuring that you remain aware of the various areas that make up your life and that you make time for each in a way that suits you. The focus is on intentional living. It's about listening to oneself and meeting one's own needs by understanding that to be whole and to function at our highest level, we must accept and respect that each area is an important piece of the puzzle. When you feel your life is veering off track, take a moment and ask yourself if there's a part of your life or area that's currently being neglected. Ask yourself, where can I direct more of my time and energy so that I can feel better? When you embody the principles of whole living, you integrate each area based on your current needs, desires, values, and responsibilities. It's a way of living, not an end goal.